Hi guys. Okay, I am looking a little bit crazy, but today I got my Deck of Scarlet subscription. This is the first time I've ever gotten this subscription, so I wanted to open it up with you guys and use it. And I didn't know exactly what came in it, because I know sometimes you can get like highlighter, you can get blush, you get eyeshadow, you get lips. But I didn't know if anything was like cream or anything, so I didn't want to do any base makeup first or do any makeup first just in case. So let's just open this up. It came in a box like this. I did cut it open. On the other side, it's got my address. It just says Deck of Scarlet. If you are unfamiliar with Deck of Scarlet is a monthly subscription box, and you get an eyeshadow palette. And it's supposed to have like an eyeshadow palette, either a blush and highlight, or a bronzer and blush, or bronzer and highlight. And then you get lip products, and then it usually comes with one little thing else. So sometimes it's eyeliner, sometimes it's a lipstick, sometimes it's a highlighter, and yeah. And it's $29.95 a month. And this is what it comes in. You open it up, and it says, "You're in." And then it says, it looks like they collaborated with someone. And that's who that is. I don't want to pronounce her name because I know for a fact I'm going to pronounce it wrong. Lupe Cuevas. Hopefully I'm not butchering that, but I probably am. Just says, "My loves, enjoy this gorgeous palette with a touch of color. I know you will create magic. I'm so excited to work with a cruelty-free brand for my first collab, and I can only hope you guys are just as excited." And it just has the meet her on the back, but she's really pretty. Like, look at that. Okay, and then I opened it up, took the card out, and this is what it looks like. It's got this little thing to pull. So I pulled that off. It's just a little foam piece, and here we have this. Okay, so that packaging right there is absolutely stunning. Let's see if this, yeah, it pulls out. It's got a little thing right here. So this is the little palette. And like that packaging, look at that. It says Deck of Scarlet. Like, that is gorgeous. And then, like I said, they always come with something else, because I have seen other people unbox this, and yep, this is a liquid highlighter. So it's a good thing. Well, this is their illuminating glow drops. So in copper. It's a good thing I didn't do my base makeup, because you don't want to put this over powder. This says Deck of Scarlet edition number 12. So they don't do like months, like not February's box or March's or anything like that. They do numbers. And like, this packaging is stunning. So the palette pushes out. It's a little hard to get out. It's got that same packaging on the outside, and it opens up, and it's got two little flaps. And the two little flaps separate it. So like, this is the lip color. The two lip products. We have Undone and Dizzy, which it's got the plastic on it. I'll take that off in a minute. Which this is just like a white lip gloss type thing, and this is like a brown color. And then the other flap should have all the, oh man, come on, one of my shades are broken. So this top purple shade up here is broken. I don't want to spill it all over the place, so we're gonna try to work with that. Let me see if I can just press this back in real quick. Okay, I was able to press that shade back in just enough. You can see my fingers covered in it to show you it. But these are the two shades. This is a blush. That's a bright purple blush. A highlighter. And then 3 eyeshadows. We will swatch all of these. These are the swatches. This is the shade Grove, which is the broken purple. This is Cocoa. This is Obsessed. This is the blush in Insta Famous, and this is the highlighter in Crystallized. That highlighter picks up really pretty on my finger, but I can't get it to translate on my skin. But that's just the shades again. And this blush is intense. And then I will swatch the 2 lip colors. So those are the 2 shades. You can kind of see that iridescent gloss. So the gloss is called Dizzy, and this shade's called Undone. And let's swatch these illuminating glow drops. This is again in the shade Copper, and I like how small these drops are, because I don't go through liquid drops that often. So this would be the perfect size. So it just got a little dropper, and we'll drop a drop on the back of my hand. Looks like that. Very, very pretty shade. So that's that on the back of my hand. That's not nearly as dark as I thought it would be. That's still a really pretty shade. And I have light skin, so I thought like copper is usually pretty dark, but that isn't very dark at all. So that is super pretty. I'm excited for that. Okay, so let me do some base makeup of everything that don't have in the palette. So I'm going to do that real quick off camera and I will be right back. Okay, I just applied foundation and concealer. I have yet to set anything, but the foundation I used was my CoverGirl Vitalist Healthy Elixir. And the concealer I used was my Maybelline Superstay Better Skin. And then I did too, I put a couple drops of this illuminator in with my foundation, and oh my gosh, like, can you see how glowing my skin looks? I love it. But I'm going to just dab a little bit on this on the back of my hand and take a dampened beauty sponge and lightly dip into it and apply this for my highlight. Okay, as an all over alone highlight, it's a little dark, but I like it. I highlighted my face. You can see it's a very pretty highlighter, like it's on my nose and everything too. It's a little dark and not nearly as much as I like, but I do like it. So I'm going to real quick off camera set my face and do my brows, bronzer, and that's it. Face is set and eyebrows are done. And bronzer. To set my face, I used my AOA Studio Perfect Finishing Pressed Powder, and to bronze up the skin, I used my Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer, and for my eyebrows, I used my Benefit Brow and Gimme Brow. Don't mind this eyebrow, it's not going very well. But let's move on to the Decca Scarlet palette. I'm very excited to dip into this. I'm excited to see the quality. Kind of wish mine wasn't all broken and had purple eyeshadow everywhere, but oh well. Okay, I cleaned that up a little bit, but I guess let's go into my eyes first. Okay, so one thing I've noticed is these shadows, you can, like, they're very loose in the, like, the pans are very loose in the palette. Like, I can press the pans around to where they move. So that's not very good, but I guess we'll go with my face makeup. I'm gonna go in with the crystallized highlighter, which is right here. And just pick a little bit of that up. It's a very creamy highlighter, which is nice. But it's not, okay, we're gonna apply it right here. Okay, you can see it. It's very, oh, that is a very, very pretty highlighter. And then we'll go over here. Okay, something I did notice as I'm dipping my brush in, it's kind of like hardening in the pan. Which does happen with quite a few highlighters, like a few of my Jeffree Star highlighters did that, and I've had a couple other do that. But it's a very, very pretty highlighter. I guess let's just go in with blush. For blush, I'm going to take my Morphe R14 brush, my favorite blush brush, and just lightly dip in, because this is a very, very pigmented blush. Like, we're gonna tap a lot of that off. Okay. The powders aren't giving a lot of kickback, which is good. Next, we're gonna move into the eyes. They gave us 3 shades. They gave us a mauve pink, a warm tone brown, and a shimmery purple. So let's see what I can do with this. We're gonna start off with the shade Obsessed, which is this mauve brown, like the mauve pink shade, and just pop that in the crease. That shade's very pigmented and it's blending really nicely. So that's a good sign. So that's the shade Obsessed blended in the crease. I really do like that shade. And then next, I actually think I'm going to take the shade Grove and just pop that, which is this really dark purple shade, and just pop that on the lid. Let's hope I'm not gonna mess everything up. I'm gonna take it on a dry brush just because I really wanna get the quality of the shadow. Okay, a lot of fallout so far. And this shade's kicking a lot of, like, giving a lot of kickback in the pan. Okay, so that's that shade all over the eye. Like I said, it did give it a lot of fallout, and this shade did kick up a lot of powder in the pan, more than any of the other shades. I'm going to attempt to brush away this fallout. Okay, so we got that brushed away, but as you can see, it's like all under my eye as well. One thing I don't like is how it's like all under my eye. I'm gonna go in with the shade Cocoa and blend that deeper in the, blend that in the crease. So that's the finished eye look. Let me just, like I said, that fallout is insane and I'm not liking that. I'm going to take the shade Obsessed, which is that light pinky purple shade. I'm actually gonna take that and smoke it on the bottom lash line. That's the finished eye look. I'm actually really happy about it. I wanna take MAC Fix Plus and spray my brush and then go in with that purple shade and see if that helps with the fallout and the pigment, because as you can see, it did kind of like go away as I blended the cocoa shade in my crease. Even with wetting it, it did give me fallout, but not nearly as much. That purple shade, wetting my brush did help a lot. It didn't give me nearly as much fallout, but there was still fallout, so I highly recommend wetting your brush if you're gonna go in with that purple shade. I take this highlighter shade and just pop that into the inner corner. I popped that highlighter shade on the inner corner, and I did put a little bit on the center of the eye. I'm gonna real quick do the other thing, or the same thing to the other eye, and we'll be right back. Okay, so I finished up the other eye, and I applied mascara. I have to say, I love this eye look. Like, it's not something I would normally do, but I love it. And I have to say that blush looks really, really pretty blended out. I think this is a very pretty look. One thing I do have to say is they were kind of crazy for putting these 3 colors together, because you would not think these 3 colors go together. Like, yeah, this one and this one do, because this one's a light mauve-y color, but throwing that brown in there was really weird. But it did turn out really nice, and I'm loving this look. But this highlighter, or this blush, I'm still a little iffy on. And then next we're gonna move into the lips. Okay, so let's open this entire palette. How does that lip match this purple and that blush? It doesn't, but we're gonna make it work. Personally, I would go in with more of a pinky shade, not more of a stark brown. But, oh well, so I'm gonna apply this real quick. That's the lip color on. I do like the lip color. I wouldn't necessarily pair it with this eye look like I said, but I do like it. And then they give us this iridescent glossy shade, so I'm gonna go in and apply that. I applied that in the center of the lip. It's pretty, not my favorite. I go for more like mauve-y toned lips, but I like it. One thing to note with this though is it is like a lipstick. It's not gonna dry down matte. And it's gonna like smear and rub around, which I can already tell it's kind of doing, so that's not the best. But I'm actually altogether pretty happy with this eye look. I'd say the quality of this is pretty decent if you don't mind fallout, which the fallout wasn't terrible because I was able to easily wipe it away. I think I'm gonna get this a couple more months to actually see what I think of it, but so far I was really happy with it. Now, these illuminating drops that came with it, I wouldn't use these as highlighters. I would mix these in with my foundation because I really do like the way that looks with my foundation. And the only thing I'm not the biggest fan of is the blush in here. It's just not a shade I would wear. It's a little dark for my skin tone, but it is nice. That is all. If you guys like this and enjoy these kinds of unboxings and testing out the products in the box, let me know. And let me know if you guys get Deca Scarlet. Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoy, and I can't wait to see you in the next one. Bye!